Listen as I tell you the story of an illustrious IDOMA'S son who went, who saw, conquered, and returned gallantly. Riku Morgan is a retired Nigerian Airforce officer who headed the Nigerian Defense Intelligence Agency from July 2015 to January 2016.
The new service chiefs who came to the State House shortly after their appointments were announced went straight to the presidential conference room. President Muhammadu Buhari joined them almost immediately. Those present include Chief of Defense Intelligence, Air Vice Marshal Morgan Riku.
Born 62 years ago to the family of Mr. and Mrs. Morgan of Ogleo in Ohimne local government area, Benue State, Nigeria. AVM Riku Morgan started his primary school education in Wesley Central School, Otukpo, in 1967. After a successful completion of his primary school, he was admitted into Wesley High School in September 1973 to start his secondary education, which he completed in flying colors in 1978 as a Division I student. He thereafter passed entrance examination into the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy.
Nigerian Defense Academy entrance exam. I want to believe all of you here are ready to write. Yes, sir.
To commence his military career as a member of 25th Regular Combatant Corps in January 1979.
Is to test the endurance of the cadets. Thank you, let's go!
He graduated from the Nigerian Defense Academy in December 1980. AVM Morgan, though a pure art student, ventured into the area of science as he was enrolled into the primary flying school, Nigerian Air Force Base, Kaduna, to start his ab initio pilot training in 1981.
Now time for the first phase of training as pilots in the Nigerian Air Force. Thereafter, the student pilots undergo a survivor training, the aim of which is to prepare them to survive in any environment they might be forced to eject into.
After graduation in 1982, he proceeded for his basic flight training and graduated in 1983 as a full-winged pilot.
Basic flying training in the Nigerian Air Force for potential fighter and transport pilots is usually conducted at Flying Training School, Kano.
Base area.
The senior officer, because of his performance, was qualified therefore to be further trained as a fighter pilot. In the class of 13 of 25th Regular Corps, Air Force, Morgan became the only fighter pilot of that course. The senior officer, full of combat experience from ECOMOG, then a squadron leader, was to be trained as a qualified fighter instructor. This responsibility was to give to the younger pilots his wealth of experience in art of flying. He has produced so many pilots for Nigerian Air Force, some who have attained high ranks. Air Vice Marshal Morgan was among the team of Nigerian Air Force pilots that ferried fighter airplanes from Germany to Nigeria in 1990 in preparation for the ECOMOG air operations. As a daring fighter pilot, Air Vice Marshal Morgan has participated in various operations within and outside the shores of Nigeria.
This is Monrovia, capital city of the West African country of Liberia.
He was one of the daring fighter pilots that fought in Liberia to defeat the rebel Charles Taylor to bring peace to Liberia.
You of course want me to say something to you?
He also actively participated in the air operations in Sierra Leone to extricate the Sierra Leoneans from the grip of Fode Senko, the rebel leader that ultimately led to peace in Sierra Leone. After his tour of duty in ECOMOG, the senior officer of his squadron was sent to Angola for the peacekeeping operation. He was made the Chief Air Support Officer, CASO, of the operations, with about 15 UN airplanes under his command. Apart from his military training, the senior officer has attended other non-flying courses. A diploma in aviation management obtained from the UK.
Opportunity to have management and aviation in a wonderful environment.
Officer selection process course, also in UK, and peacekeeping management course in Teshi, Ghana. He was also part of Nigerian Airforce team to the Malaysian Air Show in 2010. Air Vice Marshal Morgan's growth in the military was as a result of hard work, diligence, discipline, and humility. He has earlier in his military career started carving a profile of a great marshal due to his tasks at various command levels. They are as follows: Operations Officer as Flight Lieutenant in the Aggressor Squadron, Alpha Jet Squadron, Yola. Acting Commander, Nigerian Air Force Base, Yola, as a squadron leader. Airport Commandant, Murtala Mohammed Airport, Lagos, as a wing commander. These were part of the senior officer's tutelage at his intermediate ranks. The senior officer, through his military career, further held the following appointments: Chief Flying Instructor, 303 Flying School, Kano. Deputy Director, Training, Headquarters, Nigerian Air Force. Assistant Director, Peacekeeping Operations, Defense Headquarters. Group Operations Officer, 303 Flying Training School, Kano. Director of Evaluations, Headquarters, Nigerian Air Force. Deputy Director Training, Defense Headquarters. Commander, Nigerian Air Force Base, Calabar. Director, Electronic Warfare. SASO, Senior Air Staff Officer, Mobility Command. SASO, Tactical Air Command. Air Officer Commanding, AOC, Logistics Command. Commandant, Armed Forces Resettlement Center. This was the appointment the Air Vice Marshal held until the nation's political leadership changed. President Buhari, in his selection of service chiefs, in his painstaking selection process, appointed this illustrious IDOMA'S son of Benue State as his Chief of Defense Intelligence, Armed Forces of the Republic of Nigeria.
We are going to work hard to give actionable intelligence to all the planners and strategic planners. So that is our vision, and it's going to be crafted in a way that Nigeria will be proud of us.
Air Vice Marshal Morgan has visited so many countries during his military service, which includes USA, UK, Germany, Russia, China, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, India, Malaysia, Brazil, the Caribbean, Netherlands, including African countries, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Lesotho, and many others. The senior officer is married to his beautiful wife, Dr. Regina Morgan. Dr. Regina Morgan, a chief medical consultant and head of Department of Ophthalmology in the National Hospital, Abuja. They are blessed with 3 children. Morgan, a professional combat pilot, having risen to the highest rank of a chosen career with unblemished records, having been part of positive projections of Nigeria outside Africa, is worthy of honor. This immediate past Chief of Defense Intelligence, Monday Riku Morgan, AVM, retired, has won the 2016 Good Governance and Leadership Man of the Year Award, and many others. On retirement from military service, he became one of the founders of the Benue Rebirth Movement, which was principally targeted at grabbing political power from the thief ethnic group who have arrogated power to their ethnic enclaves in Benue.
As you are aware, for the past 2 years, the Benue Rebirth Movement came to being. Principally to demand for fairness, equity, and justice in the political arrangement in Benue State. For 46 years, Zone C, which I speak up on their behalf, have been isolated in the political equation. And this was one of the reasons why the pressure group called Benue Rebirth Movement came to be. As you know, as a leader of Benue Rebirth Movement, I'm a retired general, and globally, nation building has been part of our job, because we generals have built nations and will continue to build nations. And as I lead this group, I would like to lead all the time with the regimentation and the discipline that I was brought up in the military.
His political drive has taken him higher into the fray of national politics, defending the rights of Northern Christians, and vehemently opposed to same-faith tickets of any political party, and argued that Christians are not minority in the North.
So when the issue of Muslim ticket emerged in APC, some of us raised the flag. The politics of this country affects both the Christians and the Muslims. We are not against Muslims, but we are against completely a same-faith ticket. I will kick against a Christian ticket. So also, I will vehemently oppose a Muslim ticket.
His love for culture and tradition of his people endeared him to his ancestral home, Kwararafan Kingdom, who conferred on him the title of Abengu Jokunwanu, meaning the shade of Kwararafa. This is the story of an illustrious son who went, saw, conquered, and returned home gallantly. He is AVM Monday Riku Morgan, a gallant officer. If you find this video interesting, please don't forget to like it, share it, drop a comment as we catch up in the next video. Samuel Omoha Shakespeare, APA TV channel.
APA TV, Nkogo dalo gbọmọ.